Hello and welcome. You're watching News Now on Goa365 and I'm your anchor Subhashish Govekar. From Goa streets to world events, we bring you the stories that matter. And here's what's happening today. At least 45 Indian Umrah pilgrims dead after bus collides with a diesel tanker and erupts in flames in Saudi Arabia. Garbage piles along Thivim's roads raise fresh questions over Goa's cleanliness drive, despite repeated government assurances. Tourist taxi flips along Arlem bypass, adding to Goa's growing list of serious road accidents. And we begin with the top story for today. A devastating road accident in Saudi Arabia has claimed the lives of at least 45 Indian Umrah pilgrims after the bus collided with a diesel tanker and went up in flames within moments.
A major tragedy has unfolded in Saudi Arabia where a bus carrying Indian Umrah pilgrims crashed on the Makkah-Medina highway, killing at least 45 people. The accident occurred in the early hours of Monday when the bus collided with a diesel tanker and caught fire within moments. The crash occurred near a location known as Mufrihat, around 160 kilometers from Medina. Investigators are assessing the cause of the collision as emergency crews work through the night to control the blaze. Most of the pilgrims on board were from Telangana, including several families who had left Hyderabad on the 9th of November for their pilgrimage. They were due to return to India later this month. There was only one survivor, a 24-year-old man from Hyderabad, who managed to escape from the front of the bus moments after impact. He is receiving treatment at a hospital in Medina. India's embassy in Riyadh and the consulate in Jeddah have opened round-the-clock helplines for affected families. Officials are assisting with identification, formalities and repatriation arrangements in coordination with Saudi authorities. In Hyderabad, relatives gathered at travel agency offices and local control rooms, seeking updates and confirmation about their loved ones. The Telangana government has deployed teams to work with the Ministry of External Affairs.
आज रात में एक दर्दनाक हादसा मक्के से मदीने की जो हाईवे उस पे हुआ है और जिसमें जब तक खबर मिली कि 40 से ज़्यादा लोग उसमें शहीद हुए हैं, जिनका इंतकाल हुआ है। ये लोग उम्रा कर मदीने की ज़ियारत के लिए निकले थे और जब ये दर्दनाक हादसा उस रोड पे हुआ है, करीबन नामपल्ली हल्के से जो मुझसे लोगों ने राब्ता किया है, करीबन 20 से ज़ायद ऐसे मेंबर्स जो उस हादसे में थे, उनके फैमिली मेंबर्स ने हमसे कोऑर्डिनेट किए और हम पूरी कोशिश है कि उनको क्लैरिटी दे सके, उनके साथ रह सके, उनकी जिस तरीके से हमारे से जो मदद हो सकती है हम कर सके। हमने हमारी तरफ से भी यहाँ से मुकामी लोगों को भेजा है और वहाँ पे भी जो हमारे मुकामी लोग जो हमसे जुड़े हैं उनको वहाँ पर भेजा है ताकि वह इंडियन एम्बेसी से कोऑर्डिनेट करते हुए और वहाँ के एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन से जो भी हो सके कोऑर्डिनेट करते हुए इन फैमिलीज़ की जिस किस्म से भी मदद हो सके हम करेंगे। और हम पूरी कोशिश करेंगे कि जिस तरीके से सुबह में जैसे ही असदुद्दीन अवैसी साहब को इसका इत्तला मिला वो फौरी तौर पर हम और जब से ही हम लोग इंडियन एम्बेसी से कोऑर्डिनेट कर रहे हैं और हम लोग कंटिन्यूस राब्ते में और जो हमसे हो सकेगा अल्लाह ताला ने जो भी हमें ताकत दी है वहाँ से हम कोऑर्डिनेट करते हैं फैमिली मेम्बर्स के साथ मजबूती के साथ हम ठहरने की कोशिश करेंगे इंशाअल्लाह।
मैं हमारे तमाम हज कमेटी की जानिब मेंबर्स की जानिब से, गोवा स्टेट हज कमेटी की जानिब से, हमारे सेंट्रल हज कमेटी की जानिब से जो भी सुविधाएं जो भी उनके फैमिली के लिए हम कर सकते हैं डेफिनेटली हम लोग करने की कोशिश करेंगे। और मुझे पूरी जो है विश्वास है कि हमारे गोवा के चीफ मिनिस्टर रहने दो, हमारे नरेंद्र मोदी जी रहने दो, प्राइम मिनिस्टर रहने दो, हमारे किरण रिजिजू जी जो हमारे माइनॉरिटी अफेयर मिनिस्टर्स हैं, ये तमाम जो है इमीडिएटली इसमें दखल अंदाजी लेंगे और जो भी इन फैमिली के परिवारोों को जो है जो सुविधाएं देनी चाहिए, जो फैसिलिटीज देनी चाहिए, ये सब तमाम जो है हम इस दुखद घड़ी में हमारा पूरा हिंदुस्तान की पूरी अवाम जो है इनके साथ में, इन हज उम्रा के गए हुए मुसाफिरों के साथ में हम पूरी जो है समृद्धता के साथ में जो है खड़े हैं और अल्लाह से दुआ करते हैं अल्लाह ताला इन तमाम को जो है जन्नत फिरदौस में इन्हें आला से आला मुकाम अता फरमाए और इन्हें जो है जो शहीद हुए हैं, क्योंकि ये उम्रा के लिए निकले थे, क्योंकि जो है ये शहीद हुए हैं, उनको अल्लाह ताला जो उनको जन्नत में आला से आला मुकाम अता फरमाए।
Saudi officials say road travel between holy sites remains heavy during peak pilgrimage season. They add that the exact cause of the crash will be confirmed once the investigation is complete. Leaders across India, including the Prime Minister and the External Affairs Minister, have expressed condolences and assured full support. The Ministry of External Affairs has said that the highest priority is the repatriation of the deceased as soon as Saudi procedures allow Lindsay Menezes and Musaif Shaikh for Goa365.
Sun, sand and beaches. That's the Goa we proudly showcase. But the reality is far from perfect. Despite government assurances and even warnings from the Chief Minister, garbage continues to pile up across parts of the state, including along scenic roads. While the blame is shared by authorities, locals and tourists alike, the question remains, what's actually being done to fix this? Our reporter Sahil Naik brings us one such troubling story from Thivim.
आता हांव सध्या आसा माडेल थिवी रेल्वे स्टेशनाचे एक 2 ते 3 किलोमीटर पयलीं म्हापसा वयता त्या रस्त्यार. सो आता तुमकां खबर आसतलें गोंयांत हो गार्बेजीचो प्रॉब्लम जो आसा तितलो मोठ्या प्रमाणात चालूच आसा. आता ह्यो रस्तो जो आसा हो स्ट्रेच जो आसा रेल्वे स्टेशन टू म्हापसा वयता त्या एक कमीत ते कमी 30 ते 50 मिटराचो जो स्ट्रेच आसा आख्ख्या स्ट्रेचाचेर हो गार्बेज उडयल्लो आसा. आनी हो गार्बेज जो आसा मेनली डॉमेस्टीक जे घरान यूज करतात, जे घरातले कितें कचरो आसता हो हांगासर येवन हे लोक हांगासर डंप करतात. प्लस हांगासर हे आडसरां जी यूज केल्ली आडसरां ती कचरो जो आसता आडसरांचो तो हांगासर हाडून डंप करता. आता हो आडसरांचो मेन विशय जो आसा हे बारीक बारीक धाकटी स्टॉलां जी आसा रेल्वे स्टेशना कडेन या आतां फुडें बाजारा कडेन तेंकां कचरो उडोवपाक हो एक मेन स्पॉट जाल्लो आसा. सो पंचायत हांगासर मेन काम करपाक जाय की हांगा पळोवपाक की बाबा हेंच्यांनी हो रस्तो साफ दवरपाक जाय आनी हो जागो जो आसा हांगासर कचरो उडोवपाचो बंद करपाक जाय. प्लस आमचे हे लोकल जे आसा हांगासर हांव लोकलूच म्हणिना हेर लोक जे आसा जे हांगासर कचरो उडयता तेंच्यांनी मातशें चिंतपाक जाय. हो रस्तो तुमी इतलो बरो रस्तो हांगासर तुमी आख्खे नेचर जो आसा हो तुमी पिड्ड्यार करतात. आता हो आमचो लोकांचोच कचरो. आता हो कचरो काडपाक आनी कोणाक न्ही लोकांकूच त्रास जाता. आता जे हांगासर गार्बेज वर्कर जे आसा तांकां इतलो त्रास जाता हांगा ग्लास पडलेले आसता, हांगा प्लास्टीक आसा आनी हे जाग्याचेर जिवाणी भोंवता. सो तेंच्याय जिवाक भीती आसा की ते जिवाणी येवन तांकां चावलो जाल्यार मागीर तांकां उपचार करपाक जाय. सो मातशें तेंचेय चिंतपाक जाय आमी. आतां थोड्या लोकांनी अशें सांगलां की हांगासर कॅमेरा घातलेलो बट लोकल्सांक कचरो उडोवपाक प्रॉब्लम जाता आनी तांकां ते धरता म्हणून तेंच्यांनी हांगासरले कॅमेरा सुद्दां मोडलेले आसा. हो आतां मेन इश्यू जाल्लो आसा. हे लोकांक चिंतपाक जाय, हो लोकांनी चिंतपाक जाय की बाबा हांगासर तुमी कचरो उडोवपाचो बंद करपाक जाय.
साहिल नाईक, सुभाशीष गोवेकर and Omkar Deshprabhu for Goa365.
We'll be back shortly with more news after this short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. A tourist taxi flipped on the Alam bypass, just the latest in a worrying surge of accidents across Goa. With fatal crashes ticking up sharply and road safety still a big question mark, locals are demanding urgent action before more lives go up in smoke.
In a dramatic turn on the Alam bypass road, a tourist taxi lost control at the junction and flipped into a field, sending the driver and 2 tourists to the hospital. But this wasn't just bad luck. According to locals, the real culprit may be in the jungle-level bushes that camouflage critical signboards, turning the stretch into a hidden hazard.
आज तुमकां पळयतात की एक्सिडेंट हे खूब जायत आसात आनी हे एक्सिडेंट कमी जावपाचे नांव म्हणटा घेतना आमगेली एक जाणटेली म्हण आसा की वर्स कापार जात तेन्ना सांबाळपाक जाय आनीक वर्स कमी आसतात तेन्ना मातशें सांबाळपाक जाय म्हणून एक म्हणणें आसा. कित्याक वर्स कापार जाता तेन्ना खुबशे एक्सिडेंट जाता, लोकांचो जीव वता म्हणून. आनी त्याच बरोबर वर्स 9 वर्स जेन्ना कमी आसता तेन्ना एक भंय आसा की लोकांक की लोक कितें जाता म्हणून. आज असोच एक्सिडेंट जो आसा हो आल्लें बायपास रोड जो आसा ह्या बायपास रोडाचेर जाले कडेन आसा. एक जी टुरिस्ट गाडी आसा ती ह्या रोडा वयल्यान येताली आनी ती आल्लें वताली आनी हांगा जेन्ना ती पावली त्या टायमार खंय तरी ह्या ड्रायव्हराला कंट्रोल जो आसा हो गेलो आनी तेणी हांगा एक बोर्ड आसलो, हांगा खांबो आसलो तो ओडून आज गाडी जी आसा ही सकयल पावली. म्हणटरेक हेजे वयल्यान तुम्ही पळयात की ड्रायव्हरी कितलो फास्ट आसलो हेजे वयल्यान कळटा. आनी दुसरें हांगा कितल्योश्यो बुशीस वाडले कडेन आसात, कितलीशे झाडां आसात ती रस्त्यार येयल्ले कडेन आसात आनी हे टर्न आसले कारणान हांगा ड्रायव्हरालो कंट्रोल वचपाचो आनी मुखाल्यान कितें येता तें सुद्दां दिसना. म्हणून PWD एक ऑथॉरिटी कडेन एक मागणी आसा की तेणी रस्त्या कुशीची जी झाडां आसा ही ट्रीम करची काडची ताकी ड्रायव्हराक स्मूथली वचपाक आनी मुखाल्यान कितें येता हे कळपाक म्हणून बऱ्या पडटलें. आज ह्या गाडयेचो एक्सिडेंट जाला टुरिस्ट गाडी हितूंतले 3 जाणां मायनर इंजर्ड जाल्ले कडेन आसात आनी हे 2 जाण आसात ते टुरिस्ट आसात. ते भाड्या गाडी करून हांगा पावल्ले खंय तरी वताले. तांकां सद्याक ट्रिटमेंट तेंचो हॉस्पिटलांत चालू आसा आनी मायना कुर्तरी पुलिसांनी सद्या पंचनाम केले कडेन आसा आनी फुडली इन्व्हेस्टिगेशन जे आसा हो PI जो आसा हो करता.
Locals claim the thick foliage obstruct vital road signs, making it nearly impossible for drivers, especially those unfamiliar with the terrain, to read warnings or navigate safely. Maina Kurtoram police have already registered a panchnama, but the outrage is growing. People are demanding immediate action. Trim the overgrowth, install proper reflectors, and don't forget lighting, because this bypass, notorious for its darkness and winding curves, is no place for guesswork. Ironically, this shortcut that's supposed to save time is turning into a secret trap. Residents say speeding cars, poor visibility, and obscured road signs are a recipe for disaster. And until the Public Works Department steps in, the only thing growing faster than the bushes might be the number of accident reports. Ramesh Naik Raut, Lindsay Menezes, and Arun Naik for Goa365.
Don't go anywhere, we will be back shortly after this small break. Welcome back. And lastly, for the weather, Goa continues to enjoy a calm and steady spell, warm afternoons, light winds, and those soft misty mornings that ease you gently into the day. With westerlies to easterly winds prevailing in the lower atmosphere, the pattern remains pleasantly stable. Let's take a closer look at the complete forecast.
Over the last 24 hours, the state stayed completely dry. Panaji recorded a high of 33.2 degrees Celsius, while the minimum dipped to 19 degrees Celsius. Dry weather is very likely to continue across both north and south. Goa early mornings may bring shallow to moderate fog or mist, expected to persist until the 23rd of November. A brief curtain of haze before the sunshine breaks through. As Goa stays mild, temperatures are dropping sharply further inland. The IMD reports cold wave to severe cold wave conditions over parts of West Madhya Pradesh on the 18th and 19th, with cold wave conditions expected across East Rajasthan, East Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Marathwada, Telangana, and Madhya Maharashtra through the week. Minimums remain 2 to 4 degrees below normal across large parts of northwest and central India, with Rajgarh in West Madhya Pradesh reporting the lowest at 5 degrees Celsius. Down south, the weather story flips completely. Heavy rain and thunderstorms are likely over Tamil Nadu from the 17th to the 23rd, with intense spells over Kerala and Mahe, and rain over coastal Andhra Pradesh, Rayalaseema, and the Andaman and Nicobar Islands in the coming days. Meanwhile, morning commuters in the northeast and east Uttar Pradesh should brace for shallow to moderate fog, adding slow visibility and a muted start to the day. There are no on-coast weather warnings for Goa, but the IMD has issued a squally weather advisory for the seas further south. Winds touching 35 to 45 km per hour, gusting to 55 km per hour are expected along and off the South Kerala coast, Lakshadweep, the Comorin area and the Gulf of Mannar. Fishermen are strongly advised not to venture into these areas until the 18th of November. So for Goa, it's a stretch of weather that's almost whispering, take it easy. Gentle mornings, warm days, and a peaceful rhythm overall. But for those headed to sea, the advice is clear. Wait for calmer waters. Whether it's a morning walk or a quiet evening by the coast, the forecast keeps you well covered. Dry weather, likely till November 23rd. Mist, fog, very likely in morning hours until November 23rd. Squally sea. Warning for fishermen until the 18th, maximum and minimum temperature for Tuesday, 33 degrees Celsius and 20 degrees Celsius. Bureau Report, Goa 365, with inputs from IMD.
That wraps up our top stories for today. You've been watching News Now on Goa365. For more in-depth reports and stories, visit our website at www.goa365.tv. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Goa365TV for continuous coverage and updates on stories that matter. Stay informed, stay safe, and we'll see you again this time tomorrow on Goa365.